Get in, nerds. We are playing Victoria 3. We are still working on getting the explaining the Amazon events completed and the populating the Americas chain completed. I'm realizing explaining the Amazon, because I have so many states that have the Amazon status, I probably needed to get on that one earlier if I was going to really make it happen. So that's probably going to take longer than I hoped, and we might not be able to get there before the end of the game. I am going to queue in some more rubber plantations, though, in all of our places. I'm going to look for places that have got that Amazon rainforest situation. We still have to be an enormous oil exporter, right? Like, seriously? No one? Benin Uprising Market. I don't know. That market's not going to be there much longer. That's really strange, because it's 1929, right? Like, the world should be running on oil. I suppose part of the reason is I'm not actually really running on oil on account of I haven't gotten a lot of these production methods going. I'm gonna do a little bit of early automation. It's gonna use up some coal, but that's okay. I could do automatic power looms. Will that actually make these more productive? It's gonna cost a lot of electricity. I don't know if it's gonna. Can we go to rotary valve? That has made them more productive. Can we go to assembly line? Wow. Yeah. All right. So that's doing good. All right. So tooling workshops. To this one, that's good. Rotary valve. It's gonna still continue. No. All right. It doesn't like rotary valve. But if we go to assembly line, that's much better. Oh my goodness. Paper mills. Max out on rotary valve, but that's good. Alright, so we've done a lot of automation here. Steel mills. It's weird. Okay, that's a wider range. Okay, but if we do hand assembly, they're much, much more productive. Motor industries? No. No across the board. Alright, so we'll leave those where they are. Alright. Arms industry, probably I should just max out everything for those industries, just so that they're minimal impact on the market. I'm going to put everyone on electric streetlights as well for urban centers. I think I can go to covered markets at this point, although glass and steel are still very expensive in the market. But it's so little of it, I think it's going to be fine. Glass and steel are not all the way at the top, are they? Steel is all the way at the top. Oh my god, steel's all the way at the top with a vengeance. Heck. Alright, we really need to increase steel output. Alright, so 10 levels each in Rio de Janeiro and Minas Gerais. We'll put 20 levels in Rio de Janeiro. Minas Gerais is going to need more infrastructure in order to tolerate that. And we'll do 10 levels in Zulia, 10 levels in Antioquia. And we'll just put all those at the top so that they will get done just as fast as humanly possible, because I had no idea that we were actually that short on steel. Are we exporting a pile of steel? Is that what's happening? How much of this is from trade routes? None. Okay, well, I have been kind of neglecting steel, I suppose. I should be able to get get silk from somewhere else. Let's get silk from France. France can give us a good amount of silk. So we're going to see if this kind of modulates these, or if it just becomes in addition to these other trade routes. Because these ones are also productive, but, you know, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Gosh, I had no idea we were choking on steel. That's a me issue. I will admit that's a me problem. All right, we've got to do a promotion event. The intelligentsia demand the promotion of Major General Arthur Moriarty, touting his history of loyal and effective service. So many medals adorned his jacket that one could scarcely see the fabric beneath, but it was not yet enough. Chest puffed out with pride, the general smiled as he imagined the look on d'Orléans' face when the lieutenant general learned of his imminent ascension. Their rivalry was legendary among the officers. At last, he would have his due. He's earned it. I don't know who he is, but the intelligentsia are my guys. Communist Brunswick? Well, we can't have that. Quick, change the channel. Just a little... Anyone who's seen the Street Fighter movie gets this one. Alright, Benin, Succession. Don't need to worry about that. And this is a religious revolt in Mecklenburg. I can go ahead and ignore that as well. Returning inward, friends. We're dealing with our own problems. Something, something, Brazil for the Brazilians. No, actually, don't. Never mind. That didn't come out right. Alright, so let's get these railways knocked out quickly. And actually, there were some railways that I needed to be building in any case in Minas Gerais, just to make sure that I've actually got enough infrastructure to handle all the steel plants that I'm building. So I'll need to throw those in at the top as well. And did I... Well, they're going to get... So, we're going to lower the level of infrastructure first, but that's okay. Actually, no. We'll put the ones in Rio de Janeiro on top, and then the ones in Minas Gerais will not finish until we've already got the railways built. If I am smart about this, which I will be. There we go. Perfect. Alright, we got it. We got there. We did it, Reddit. Alright, so those will get built, and then the ones in Minas Gerais will finish, and then we'll be all good to go. Got another Explaining the Amazon decision available. Pearls in the rough. This one is para. Like pearls on a string, cities and rubber entrepot now line Para's rail and riverine networks, bringing the blazing torch of civilization to the jungle in exchange for its rich bounties. I'm going to read this one more time, and then I think I'll let it go after that. You've remembered your pen this time? Yes, take everything down. The Amazon, as I have predicted, has yielded, like darkest Africa before it. No thing of bark or magma born will halt the wheels of progress. And this mighty... My God, man, did you note down me asking about your pen? No, don't take that down, stop! We're the harbingers of order. I'm going to do that same thing I've been doing to get us all that extra migration traction. And that's going to be real nice. And as you can see, we are, the passage of women's suffrage has really, really increased our number of loyalists. In fact, we are totally off the wall high in loyalists. I think we might even not have states in turmoil anymore. We do have turmoil a little in the south here, in these states that we can't fully incorporate, but not Patagonia. Patagonia is good to go. It's not incorporated yet, but it's good to go. Alright, and there's Zeppelins unlocked. Ooh, I could do a skyscraper survey, actually. I should be able to. Oh, I have a Stamp Out Monarchism journal event, and I didn't even realize. Well, that'll be fun. I'm going to survey a skyscraper site. Kablamzo. Build ourselves a nice skyscraper. I don't know if we'll be able to get it done before the end of the game, because this takes 2 years, but that's okay. We got plenty of bureaucracy available. Beautiful. Are there countries with slavery still? There are a few. I could fight Ottoman Empire over it. That's an interesting idea. Spain technically does, but only in like one tiny island over here. Romania has slavery. That's curious. Ooh, Flemish mass immigration. Could I fight Spain? Relations are poor. We're rivaling each other. Relations were good for a while, now they're not. Well, I've definitely got them beat on armed forces. Flotillas probably as well. I don't think anyone would really stand in my way if I tried to get them to not be. Oh, but they're allied with France. Oof. Let's not worry about it. I don't need any foreign adventures right now. 4th Brazilian Army is a little short on... Oh, never mind. We're good to go. We're good to go. We got it. The guys are bouncing around. It's probably not my computer trying to crash or anything. It's fine. It's fine. We're not going to worry about it. Alright, how are we... Okay, so we're getting these steel mills built. Huh, interesting. Are steel mills flexed upward? No, I think those are just ones we... Well, no, these aren't ones we built. Maybe they're ones that were already being built. In any case, we're where we want to be. Let's go to mechanized slaughterhouses. That's going to cost us a little bit more power, but it's going to be worth it. And there's the Stamp Out Monarchism event, finally in 1929. The last monarchists. Brazil has successfully maintained a republican form of government for many years now. There are few who still remember the old monarchy with any fondness. The days of high-born kings ruling over the meek peasantry atop a gilded throne are over. Let them pass into the realm of storybooks and fairy tales where they belong, and let nostalgia for those days become an idle fancy, not the grim face of reaction. We must put the past behind us. Landowners become elitist. Or there's no harm in nostalgia. Landowners weaker, but happier. I'm going to go with the first one. So, that means that our landowners, such as they are, government's not as legitimate anymore. That's interesting. We have a decaying bonus from responding to a political movement. That having been said, with standard of living going rapidly upward, I'm actually not really worried at all. And we got mortality going down, so that's also wonderful. Mortality from dangerous jobs going down, that is. Can we go all the way to workers' protections? We can. The industrialists will be mad about it, but I think they'll live with it. Let's see. The industrialists... we'll give them a little longer. We'll give them a little. We'll let them get up to 11, and then we'll be good to go. We'll get started with that, because that'll also increase wages, which will increase standard of living. I could go to intensive wool gathering. That wouldn't actually be more productive, so I'm not going to do that. So how's employment? We do have a pretty large chunk of unemployed people at this point, but not that many. The automations we've completed have not completely overemployed the country. Let's take a look at the steel mills. I don't know what happened with this. Nope, that's not more productive. We'll put them back on hand assembly. And now they're... Okay, I think I know what happens. I think when I do that, they fire a bunch of people, and then they go down in productivity because they fired a bunch of people. Yeah, okay, I get it. I get what happened now. Alright, so it was me. It was the government intervening in the economy that caused the problem. That's alright, though. These things happen. I got electrics industries slated for creation. We'll put another 10 levels in La Paz as well. And that'll be nice. So, let's close that out. Maybe someone shouldn't have handed the reins of government to an inebriated cat. Anyone ever think about that? Ever think that might be why the country has problems? I'm just spitballing here. I'm just throwing out ideas. I'm an idea cat. Getting a lot of opium plantations built. And I think we've lost... Yeah, Great Britain is no longer bankrolling us, so we're going down in cash. Our max reserve is 62 million, so I'm really not worried about it. I can absolutely tank a reduction in cash without reducing... without increasing taxes. Where are we at prestige? We're still at 5,400, so I think the last chunk of the way there, we're going to need to get through increasing the size and strength of the army. So one way we're going to do that is through NCO training. Military aviation is going to get us some way there as well. And then we didn't get the dreadnought. We're on our way to getting the aircraft carrier. Oh, we could... we've got... Yes, we're still on ironclads over here. So if we built 40 levels of dreadnoughts for the Armada Nacional, that would also help. So let's go ahead and do that. 5, 10, 15, 20. We'll just build them all in these areas. And then we can correspondingly reduce the number of ironclads. Oh no, we need 40 levels. Now we can correspondingly reduce the number of ironclads once those are properly hiring. I'll put some in Bahia, some in Pernambuco, some in Maranhão, and a few more in Rio de Janeiro. Oh, maxed out in Rio de Janeiro. Let me see. That's how many? That's 39. So do one more in Sao Paulo. And again, because they're naval bases, I'm just going to throw them all the way at the top. And they'll get done really fast, because naval bases always get done really fast. And then once that's done, we'll reduce the number of ironclads correspondingly. So then for the second Brazilian fleet, already has dreadnoughts in production. Wonderful. Or is in the process of having dreadnoughts in production. Revolutionary Portugal against Prussia. Interesting. Belgium and Hesse-Kassel are supporting. That's really curious. But hear me out. I can't subjugate Portugal through this diplomatic play, but I want to. I want to so bad. Public transit has closed. Still working on this skyscraper survey. Still working on exploiting the Amazon. We're getting real... We're making a lot of progress. We got 3 out of 10 fulfilling our goals over there. And these naval bases are basically shooting on towards finished. Another rubber rush, this one in Nicaragua. This place seems to be the most effective. So from a construction perspective, maybe all these steel mills, at least the ones in Antioquia, I can put down to the bottom, because I don't need that much steel. Although, if I were a betting cat, or betting on my economy still saying hyper strong, I might increase the size of the construction sector. It is nice to have cheaper steel. Maybe I can export some? Ooh, France and America will buy all the extra steel, so that's just fine. I can continue to export steel. That's going to be very productive. And radicals have never been lower. I'm actually doing really, really well because standard of living is absolutely through the roof. See, having such a huge rad bonus from guaranteed liberties, we're getting the 25% extra loyalists from standard of living increases, and an extra 5% for atheist pops. It's just, it's freaking everything. We don't get a bonus for atheist pops for the state atheism thing, but that's not so bad. Actually, let's look at where we are with that. We're still only like 67-70% atheist in a lot of our most atheist areas, which is interesting. I kind of assumed that would level out and sort itself, but it hasn't, which is a bit curious. Interesting. Our balance of hardwood's a little wonky. Do I want to putz with the logging camps? We can electrify them. Oh, they didn't like that. What if... No, that's not good. That's not good either. Where are we short on electricity? We're short on electricity in a lot of places. You know what? Go back to sawmills. Perhaps I made a mistake. Ooh, we have low market access in Pistaza and Cundinamarca. Oof. Doing best with these names. Pistaza. We're down to Cundinamarca. Where are we? Where's Cundinamarca? Help! Help! I need help with geography. It's here. Alright. Emergency geographic technicians, help! Alright, so now we're working on these lead mines, and after that it's the electrics industry expansion that I had slated for creation. And then we'll have a little bit more. We've lost our leader of the industrialists. Now they're headed up by an ethno-nationalist, which I do not love. But that's kind of okay, because we don't need to worry about him. Our forces are actually pretty weak, which is interesting. Let's go ahead over to the Armada Nacional, because we're way too high on... Oh, we're actually not that high. Oh, but they haven't really hired yet, so that's what's causing that. Yeah, we can go ahead and reduce the number of ironclads by 20 at least. And we've got dreadnoughts and stuff. I only did 10. I only did 10, friends. Friends? I'm tired. It's been a long run. No, I don't record all of these in a block, but you know what I mean. 63.9. Again, I think leveled off a little bit in pop growth, which is a little curious, but I think it'll be fine. I think we're probably going to need to go to like 1940 to get some of these things finished, particularly the exploiting the Amazon and the populating the Americas event. Because once again, we're trying to get to 73.5, and so we're going to need to get 10 million here. Man over machine. Members of the Conservative Republican Party have expressed their concerns about technology replacing the independence and dignity of manual labor. Would you trust the education of your children to a machine or the wellness of your body? Then why should we trust them with the labor of our land? The food we eat, the fellowship, the hard work, the cooperation that comes from agriculture, those are the foundations of our society, and progress cannot and shall not replace them. We shouldn't compromise the work of our people. Progress always finds a way. Progress always finds a way reduces the momentum of the Conservative Republican Party. We shouldn't compromise the work of our people, gives the momentum and makes the rural folk happier. I'm going to go with the second one. Because the Conservative Republican Party is not in power right now. I completely forgot. I'm like... Because I know the anarchists will form up with the Conservative Republicans Party. Esther Gildo Pereira. I need to figure out who that is, because that's a... I can find a good portrait and have him as the leader of the country. I'm not actually doing anything in government reform. That's right, because I was waiting on the industrialists to be a little happier, and they're certainly a lot happier now. So let's go ahead and move to workers' protections. And that's going to increase wages, and everyone's going to be pleased. Everyone's going to be so pleased. Except for the Conservative Republicans, but they'll tolerate it. The Free Trade Party is still pretty happy. Yeah, everyone's happy. Everyone's happy because the standard of living is through the frickin' roof. And it's going to get more through the roof when we enact workers' protections. Let me see. 21% success, 42% advance, 35% debate, and nobody against it. This is going to be a thing that's going to be easy. We got another Exploiting the Amazon event. We have the Pearls in the Rough event in Santa Cruz. I'm going to say we're the Harbingers of Order, same as we always do. All right. It's weird that we're kind of maxed out on rubber with no one else to sell rubber to, but, you know, it is what it is. Hold on. We've fallen back to position 3. What has happened here? France. France shot up to the top. That's incredible. How did that happen? France! Shakes fist in direction of France. Because of our Navy reform, isn't it? It's because navies are tough. Well, we'll work it out. We'll work it out. I think we can increase our number of scout cruisers and reduce our number of monitors, and that'll help. Alright, we got another event here. Authorial intent. A minor scandal has buzzed around the Liberating Party, as a piece of reformist fiction written by Gasteiz Peña in his youth has begun to circulate once more. Whilst enthusiastically written, that is the work's only merit. The, quote, plague of superstition and dogma was the end of Brazil? If so, then why are the trains still running? How could they possibly have acquired the coal to fuel it? Your propensity to butcher your characters for cheap tragedy is nothing short of shameful. And to make matters worse, why would the Dr. Kunke Xiao have an attack of conscience when she has demonstrated none of such for 700 pages and seek her own death at the church's hands? A tragic tale, but there's no reason to harass him. Reduce momentum. This is Benya's problem, not the party's. Less reduced momentum, but Gasteiz Peña gets questionable fiction for minus reduced popularity. Or the qualities reflective of the conservative repression of the arts. I don't know what that means. This will reduce momentum, but he might get the literary trait, which increases his popularity and interest group attraction. That's kind of odd. He's a market liberal, so I don't... Well, you know what? I'm just going to blame it on him, and we'll leave it at that. I don't know. I'm not wedded to the idea of having the Liberating Party in the government. I can easily swap them for the conservative Republicans. The conservative Republicans and the communists will absolutely make common cause with no issues whatsoever. Up to 64.3 million, continuing to increase the population of Brazil. Alright, so... Still banging away at these lead mines, still banging away at these railroads. And after that, it's just all of this stuff. So, we're at 4 out of 10 with this. Can I see the other... No, hang on. There is a way to get a visual to the... Okay, exploited Amazon rainforests. Okay, it is showing me the Amazon rainforest areas, right? No, because there's regular Amazon rainforest. So these are the developed Amazon rainforest areas. So, you're getting the rubber plantations you need. You're getting the rubber plantations you need. Maranhão, you need more rubber plantations. And then Goiás, you need more rubber plantations. And Maranhão and Goiás both have enough urban centers to increase. So, and there's plastics. That's fun. Great Britain is damaging relations, which I'm not super pleased with. I've been needing plastics because this will increase glass output by a bunch, and I need glass for all the things I want to do. So let me see. I can get that up by a bunch. How much will this actually increase the glass output? 4,000? Heck yes, let's do it. They're a little bit less productive now, but we can go to full ceramics. And can we go to bone china? No, we can't go fully into bone china. So, we'll give that a few weeks. Good point, actually. While debates continue over the Workers' Protections Law, a polemic by Gasteiz Peña has publicized a simple and catastrophic flaw in the proceedings. A redraft is underway. Really? The law required that nobody flies a kite in public space if it so bothered another person at all? No wonder it was dragged down. Sounds bloody pitiful when you say it like that. Find an acceptable compromise. He gets some popularity and interest group attraction. Or let them take the bait and push for another matter. This weakens the trade unions and makes enactment chance stronger.